What TV show was once amazing but with the passage of time has become unwatchable? Sex and the City. Now I always hated Carrie, but when I hit my 30s I realized just how awful she really is and it makes my blood boil. Walker Texas Ranger fun as a toddler, but as an adult watching all crime being solved by roundhouse kicks and slow-motion shootouts gets repetitive. Ghost Adventures. When I was a kid, I remember Miami Vice being serious, hard-hitting adult drama. I watched an episode on TV a decade ago for the first time since the late 80s and it was so bad. Like, cringe-inducingly bad. I can't accept that this show was considered objectively good in the 80s. The $6 Million Man. I thought it was great as a kid. Rewatched some and it's just awful. Murphy Brown. I tried to watch The Dukes of Hazzard. It was really cool when I was 7. Now, all I see is 10 minutes tops of content, and the rest is filler or stock footage. Beautiful women though. The Cosby Show. Aside from everything surrounding Bill Cosby tainting the show, and assuming that someone can separate the art, sitcoms do not often age gracefully. Most successful sitcoms capture anxieties tied to the era it was produced, plus comedy tends to be cumulative. Jokes or storytelling beats that resonate in, say, 1980 may not be relevant in 2020. Even sitcoms that have aged decently well 40-50 years later still show the wrinkles. Saved by the Bell. Zach Morris is pure trash and a horrible person. How I Met Your Mother. I can't fathom why I liked it so much when I watched it in my 20s. I can't watch Friends without yelling at the screen, knowing now how to make relationships work. Talk to each other. Use your words. Do not just assume stuff. Rachel, do not force Ross to read an 18-page letter and agree to everything lest you break off the relationship. Ross, do not lie about having read and agreed to it. You had a long day. It is understandable you might not be mentally prepared to go through it. Ask Chandler what his actual job is. You are supposed to be his friend, damn it. I started rewatching The Sopranos recently. Don't worry, it still holds up. Gilmore Girls. Loved that show at the time, but rewatched it when the new episodes came out and just hated all the characters. Xena. Don't get me wrong, I will always love this show, but that version of campiness is so hard to get through as an adult. Boston Legal kind of. James Spader and William Shatner are simply incredible in the show. But as a huge running joke, both of them are sexual menaces in the workplace. This aspect just did not age well and it was pretty jarring when starting the show. For me it's King of Queens. Watching a very toxic relationship spiral downward for 10 seasons isn't something I enjoy anymore. Used to think it was funny though similarly. Everybody loves Raymond. Good writing, great humor. Now I just feel bad for Deborah. For me it is kinda Scrubs. I still love it and find it funny, but JD really was a sexist ass and the writing is extremely evident of being from the early noughties. I knew JD was written to be a selfish manchild, but on rewatch he's honestly kind of a massive piece of shit. A little old but Smallville. NCIS. I think a lot of people are misunderstanding the question. For me, it was Jericho. A show that hit all the right buttons for me post 9/11 and in my early 20s. Now I can't stand the musically driven artificial drama or the conspiracies. Same thing for Battlestar Galactica, but it's the super hallucinogenic early Baltar that makes me hate it. Trisha Helfer will always be hot in a red dress, but not enough to make up for how annoying his early character is.